Today we're going to review the 2023 Mini Cooper Electric, the most disappointing car I've reviewed so far in this channel. Here's all the topics we'll discuss in this video. Let's get started. Okay, let's get real here. Why the hell am I comparing a subcompact to a mid-size sedan? Here's the kicker, there's only a $1,000 difference between the Mini Cooper Electric and the base Model 3. Like seriously, I wouldn't blame you for clicking away right now. Are you gone? But if you're still here, seriously, drop a comment on why the f would someone buy this Mini. Alright, so the wheelbase is a tad shorter than the Model 3, just 15 inches. Maybe that's their excuse for a smaller battery? This mighty Mini Cooper Electric is equipped with a 32 kilowatt battery pack, granting it a laughable 112 miles of range. Do you grasp what 112 miles of range translate to in cold weather? It's a measly 80 miles of real-world range. Factor in that these Mini Cooper Electric comes in with lithium-ion batteries that shouldn't be charged beyond 80% or so for daily driving. You're left with about 64 miles of range. That's barely enough to and from work, and maybe you can run a few errands. Why subject yourself to such torture? In contrast, the Model 3 boasts a 60 kilowatt battery pack, almost double that of the Mini, and delivers about 428 kilometers of driving range. Plus, thanks to the LFP battery, you can utilize the full 100% daily without battery degradation, not just the 80% like the Mini. And with the cold weather that we get up here in Canada, you'll be able to get about 250 to 300 kilometers of drivable range every single day. The sole perk with the Mini Cooper Electric perhaps is basically the front wheel drive, while the base Model 3 is a rear wheel drive. Sure, the Mini might have a little bit of better traction just because it's front wheel drive, but the Model 3 isn't really slacking. Let's remember, we aren't really racing, so this minor edge doesn't really make up for the mere $1,000 price drop in my book. The Mini Cooper Electric retains the iconic and unmistakable Mini design, reminiscent of its predecessors. The car's front sports the signature round headlights, synonymous with the brand's timeless character. However, a notable departure from the classic Mini is the absence of the traditional grille. Instead, we have a sleek, uninterrupted curve hinting at its electric nature. Taking a look at the back of the Mini Cooper Electric, the first thing that grabs your attention is the unique taillights with the unmistakable Union Jack design. Then there's the well-placed Cooper S insignia, hinting at the car's sporty nature. Without any exhaust pipes, it's a clear reminder of its electric soul, and the solid bumper gives it a grounded, sturdy look. It's clear that BMW tried to make this Mini blend in and have that classic charm with modern electric vibes. I just wish they did a better job with pricing. Opening up the rear end of the Mini Cooper Electric, surprisingly, even though the Mini boasts a hatchback design, its storage capacity is significantly smaller than the Model 3. It's quite the contradiction, considering hatchbacks are often lauded for their versatility in cargo management. With the Mini, it seems you're trading off utility for that iconic design, a choice potential buyers, especially here in North America, should seriously contemplate. I guess the second advantage of the Mini is that you do get a mobile home charger. You have a NEMA 515, which is basically a 120 volt outlet which you can use to plug in anywhere, or you have the more powerful NEMA variant which can charge a little bit faster. You do, of course, unless you're in the UK, you need to install a 240 volt outlet in your garage. Again, this included charger still does not excuse the price. $1,000 difference, this charger only cost about 315 Canadian dollars at the Tesla store. Also, Tesla did provide mobile chargers previously with their cars, but they decided to stop, partly of course to reduce costs, but they also saw in their data that a lot of people weren't using these mobile chargers. Personally, I only need the J1772 plug. I don't even use the mobile charger that came with the car. And Tesla vehicles right now does not come with the mobile charger anymore, but it does come included with the J1772 plug, which you can use to plug into any public chargers. And a lot of manufacturers here in North America converting to NACS adapters. This will not be an issue in the upcoming future. Stepping into the Mini Cooper Electric, there's an uncanny sense of deja vu. The interior is strikingly identical to its gasoline counterpart. One might expect some distinction given its electric nature, but it's hard to discern any. It feels like a missed opportunity to truly differentiate and modernize the cabin for its electric era. And I guess another advantage of this Mini is that it is a BMW after all. The interior quality is much better than the Tesla. I'll show you guys the rear seats here. I have no idea who would fit into those bucket seats. Maybe someone can cramp in there for a short drive, or you can just put a child seat back there. I don't see a grown human being fitting and being comfortable on those seats. Again, I understand that the Mini is a mini car, it's a subcompact car, but I only say this because it's a $1,000 difference and the leg space in the Model 3 is amazing. I do understand that it's a bit unfair comparing a subcompact car with a sedan, but Tesla doesn't have a subcompact car yet. And also the $1,000 price difference, I feel like this is a quite fair comparison. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section. While I may have reservations about the interior, it's undeniable that it appeals to a specific audience. The Mini Cooper Electric presents a circular-centric design that's distinctive and might resonate with purists. For a dedicated Mini Cooper enthusiast, the transition to this electric version might feel seamless, given the lack of drastic changes in the design language. The start button here and the gear shifting knob is exactly the same with its gas counterpart. In the Mini Cooper Electric, you of course have the premium Harman Kardon speakers delivering a crisp and immersive audio. But the Tesla Model 3 isn't really lagging far behind in the sound department. Its audio system, although not branded, provides a rich and clear listening experience, making both cars feel quite competitive in terms of audio. Tesla, rather shelling out the big bucks for the branded audio systems, they made a strategic decision. Instead of licensing, they redirected those funds to their engineering team, tasking them with crafting the highest quality in-house sound system. This decision not only speaks to Tesla's innovative spirit, but also their confidence in delivering a top-tier audio experience without relying on external brand names. If you have ever been on a Tesla yourself, you know that their speaker and sound quality is not too far off from the name brands. One other area, and this is probably the last one where the Mini Cooper has a slight advantage, is that the turning radius, as if it wasn't obvious, is a little bit better than the Model 3. The Model 3 has a turning radius of about 19 feet. In contrast, the Mini Cooper outshines with a tighter radius of about 17 feet. The advantage in the turning radius might make the Mini Cooper Electric a viable choice for those in the UK or other densely packed cities where tighter maneuvers are essential. But for the sprawling urban landscape of North America, the Model 3's 19-foot turning radius is more than sufficient. It's challenging to justify choosing the Mini, especially considering the mere $1,000, and that's Canadian dollars, price difference with the Model 3. To my viewers in the UK or similar urban settings, does that 2-foot turning radius advantage truly make a significant difference for you? I'm honestly genuinely curious. When you talk 0 to 60, the Mini Cooper Electric clocks in at 6.5 seconds, while the Tesla Model 3 beats it slightly at 6.1 seconds for the 0 to 60. Mini Cooper is 1,000 Canadian dollars cheaper, but you're only sacrificing 0.4 seconds of the 0 to 60. But hey, you have a better turning radius, it comes included with home charging, and a better interior quality. Speaking of 0 to 60, the Mini Cooper Electric has a neat little feature worth mentioning. Engage Sports Mode, and watch as the center console and the ambient lighting immediately shift to an intense red hue. Alright, are you ready for the 0 to 60? Here we go. There is no denying that the Mini Cooper Electric is a fun to drive car. Its maneuverability arguably has the slight edge over the Model 3 at the price point of $30,000 Canadian. I genuinely believe Mini would see these cars flying off the lots, especially among urbanites who don't really venture on lengthy road trips like I do and predominantly navigate on city streets. Given that Tesla hasn't tapped into the sub $30,000 market yet, Mini had a golden chance here. They could have positioned the Cooper Electric as a go-to option for those shopping in that price bracket. Mini had a clear window to capture a significant market share, but it feels like they let that opportunity slip through their fingers. That wraps up my review for today. I genuinely hope you found it insightful. If you've stuck around till now, chime in below if I've overlooked something, or if you've got reasons to justify the $52,000 Canadian price tag on the Mini. Just a grand shy of the Model 3. Drop your thoughts down in the comments, and as always, hitting that subscribe button goes a long way. It not only supports the channel, but also helps bring this content to others on the hunt for the perfect electric vehicle, helping to guide and educate. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. See you guys next week. Thinking of getting your very first Tesla, but you're unsure about the unique purchasing process that is very different than the typical dealership experience? Click the link above or down in the description for a detailed, step-by-step guide on how to secure your very first Tesla from the ordering process right through delivery. This video will have you covered every step of the way until you get your very first Tesla. I hope this guide aids you in your journey and your future experiences with joining the Tesla family.